Business Financial News, Breaking U.S. International News Vertical Line Writers.com. Disclaimer. The content on this site, including news, quotes, data and other information, is provided by Thomson Reuters and its third-party content providers for your personal information only, and is not intended for trading purposes. Content on this site is not appropriate for the purposes of making the decision to carry out a transaction or trade. Nor does it provide any form of advice, investment, tax, legal amounting to investment advice, or make any recommendations regarding particular financial instruments, investments or products. This site does not provide investment advice nor recommendations to buy or sell securities. We do not request personal information in any unsolicited email correspondence with our customers. Any correspondence offering trading advice or unsolicited message asking for personal details should be treated as false and reported to Thomson Reuters. Neither Thomson Reuters nor its third-party content providers shall be liable for any errors, inaccuracies or delays in content, or for any actions taken in reliance thereon. Thomson Reuters expressly disclaims all warranties, expressed or implied, as to the accuracy of any of the content provided, or as to the fitness of the information for any purpose. Although Thomson Reuters makes reasonable efforts to obtain reliable content from third parties, Thomson Reuters does not guarantee the accuracy or endorse the views or opinions given by any third-party content provider. This site may point to other internet sites that may be of interest to you. However, Thomson Reuters does not endorse or take responsibility for the content on such other sites. Thomson Reuters Newsletters. Whilst Thomson Reuters has used reasonable endeavors to ensure that the information provided by Thomson Reuters in the newsletters is accurate and up to date as at the time of issue, it reserves the right to make corrections and does not warrant that it is accurate or complete. News will change with time. Thomson Reuters hereby disclaims all liability to the maximum extent permitted by law in relation to the newsletters and does not give any warranties, including any statutory ones, in relation to the news. This is a free service and therefore you agree by receiving any newsletter as that this disclaimer is reasonable. Any copying, redistribution or republication of Thomson Reuters newsletter or the content thereof, for commercial gain is strictly prohibited. Third-party legal notices. The Hong Kong Stock Exchange quotes are the copyright of the Stock Exchange of HK Limited. It endeavors to ensure the accuracy and reliability of the information provided but does not guarantee its accuracy or reliability and accepts no liability whether in toward or contract or otherwise for any loss or damage arising from inaccuracies or omissions. OSCAX Disclaimer and Copyright Notice. Disclaimer. The information is supplied by Oslo Børs Informas Jones ASOB. The content of this website is intended as a service to the market only. OB disclaims all responsibility for any and all mistakes or inaccuracies in the information. Further, OB disclaims all liability for loss or damage, which may result from the use of information on this website. Copyright Notice. The proprietors of any and all material found on this website is Oslo Børs Information ASOB. The material is protected by the provisions of the Norwegian Copyright Act and Verkloven and OB has exclusive rights to dispose of the material found on the website. The contents may not be made available outside of the private sphere or copied for a purpose other than for private use or as prescribed by involuntary statute, except with OB's written consent. As copying is also considered downloading and storage on any computer, disk or other device designed to reproduce the material. As making the content available is considered active transmittal or handling over of the materials to others, as well as placing the material at the disposal of others. The material may be read on screen, on spot and online. Both terms and conditions of use. 1. License. Customer and its end users are granted a personal, non-exclusive, revocable, non-transferable, non-sublicensable license to use the services for its internal business purposes. End user means any individual recipient of the services who is from time to time authorized by customer to access and use the services. 2. Term and termination. The term and termination provisions relating to customers' access to, and use of, the services, are as agreed between customer and vendor, provided customers' access to the services may be terminated or suspended immediately in respect of any breach of these terms by customer and/or end user. 3. Prohibited uses. Distributing, transferring, sub-licensing,